today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is the National Football League. Goff and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cardinals take over first and 10.
The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say a great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now from Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short, and that leads to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The Rams taking the field and leading the way. The man from Cal, the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, the team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter. Undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return comes Webster. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gone. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. From the 50, it's Goff. That's going to be caught by by Josh Reynolds. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's the option. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Goff. His pass caught at the 4. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves him all the way down to the 1. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
At the 1-yard line.
Higbee hooking up. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here's Edmonds. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Murray's pass.
Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
At first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Webster now to return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
Take over 1st and 10.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Here's the ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll run on first down. Akers. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Goff's throw here finds Woods. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They try and run forward here with Brown. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
Ball carrier.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. A shotgun snap for goal. Now they're staring at 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Cardinals 7.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
By Troy Reeder.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a first down throw. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
3rd and 2.
Henderson will try and run for the first. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Goff on first down. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Goff. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams add on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Cardinals 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
After one, 17-7 to score on EA Sports.
Cardinals 7.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running from the shotgun with Drake. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Complete.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
23 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Drake. And he's got some space here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more on that one and another first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, Drake. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Murray. Well, Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
Complete to number 10.
DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
Gonzalez.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return comes Webster. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
To Robert Woods. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Goff. The throw complete to Cam Akers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. Well, plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Goff on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers, and that'll bring up second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. Right side complete, that's Woods. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a run with Akers. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Goff. He'll get this one to Cup complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Goff now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Brought down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now it's Goff. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Makes the score Rams 20, Cardinals 14.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out comes Kenyon Drake in the Arizona offense to take over.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Arizona.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Drake, and a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Murray from midfield. And that's incomplete. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Incomplete. John Johnson on the coverage.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now from Murray. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down. Doesn't find anyone open. Tucks it away. Takes off and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escaping, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray, and that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
On fourth down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Goff. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, Goff. Open man right side is cut, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On first down, it's Goff. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Goff throwing again. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. The connection there, Goff to Cooper Kupp, and the Rams add on to their lead.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the handoff.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Murray. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man is Kurt, complete. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on first down. Drake, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. And now he's going to use his legs. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Recovered by the
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Here's Akers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Goff now looks to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Murray now on 1st down. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And his throw is incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And he's getting close to that number 300. That's always kind of the benchmark for a great game for a quarterback, isn't it? 300 yards.
Similar to a runner going over 100 yards or a receiver having a 100-yard-plus day. For a quarterback to throw for over 300 yards or hit that number, that kind of separates you a little bit from just the average guys in the league. This puts you up there in the elites, and that's where everyone wants to be.
And a big reason why they're winning, obviously, too. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
To throw again on second down. Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing again is Goff. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, Goff. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. To the air again, Goff. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. The connection there, Goff to Cooper Kupp. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. From the gun, Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds.
Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. From the gun on third down, Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Complete to Kenyon Drake. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
17.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half from the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard
LA set to take over again on offense.
They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
He'll get this one to Cup, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. There's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
To throw is Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43.
On the ground, it's Akers.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Going right back to Akers.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Goff on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The ball carrier.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe the sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Malcolm Brown who ended it with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year a season ago, Aaron Donald, the one to stop him in his tracks.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
First play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Cardinal offense takes back over. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Shotgun now from Murray. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. And he'll be
taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It's a gain of
I think
10.
the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Murray a give. This is Drake. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Murray. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On first down, it's Drake, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The 22-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Right back to Drake. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Murray fighting. Lost the football.
Jared Goff sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
Cardinals 20.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
After the field goal. Here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. One of the selling points at the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Goff now looks to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On first down, Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
Cardinals 20.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
We dominate today.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Gay is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. They'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Murray trying again after the pick six. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Christian Kirk. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Murray looking middle, and it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 4.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First down, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Murray. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Murray looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll make it third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, this game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll go again here with Akers. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Offense.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
Whistle against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Rams on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run this with Akers. About 3 yards there to the 27.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Rams on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, this is Akers. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Isaiah Simmons.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
A 25-yard attempt.
Knocks this one through. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
61. Cardinals 20.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So out now come the Cardinals. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Here comes Webster.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
Take over first and 10.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a run with Akers. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Simmons on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Johnny Hacker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, Fitzgerald on the slant. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Murray rolling. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, they'll roll him out right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
A gain of 9 yards and a Cardinal first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fitzgerald hauling it in from Murray. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Samson Abuka, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.